Okay, it's day 62, part 2, and this is the motion I filed yesterday in the Podesta case. There's the case number. Now remember, I believe Rudolph Contreras is the judge who actually did the FISA for Fusion GPS. So he was on the FISA court, and it's fraud on the court at this point. It's an illegally obtained, illegal surveillance, illegal dossier, and false statements. So he is the victim here. So it's nice having the judge also be a victim in the sense that they can create right this situation. But basically, I took the flurry of lawsuits that came out, or the flurry of law citations that the defense quoted from 4 different defendants, and each one focused on a different point of law, and basically saying you didn't have this, you didn't have that, you don't have standing, you don't have venue, you don't have jurisdiction, you don't have numerosity, your claim isn't for enough, you don't have this, you don't have that. And I just basically said that's all not gonna fly with the judge. He's the victim here of this conspiracy, and the RICO statutes clearly show that there's a remedy at law. There's a remedy at law for people who are victims of conspiracy. The judge here in this case is a victim of the conspiracy himself. So now, I don't know if that means Judge Contreras is going to recuse or not, but he is a victim of, there's the law. That's the RICO law. You cannot make this not a conspiracy if it is. If you have 11 people who get together in Ocean's 11 to rob a bank, and you all rob a bank, you can't later say, well, I was just driving the car. I was just divvying up the money at the end of the day. I was just, doing the safe cracking. I didn't realize people were going to take stuff out of the safe. It's not going to wash with the judge. The judge is going to say, no, it's the Fusion GPS gang, or it's the Podesta gang, or it's the DNC gang, or it's the whatever, the saying that I don't have enough numerosity for $5 million in damages, there it is. $228 million was given to Bernie under these false pretenses. That's clearly fraud. Clearly, everyone relied. The people who gave this money, relied on false statements. Did the people who made the false statements know them to be false? Yes. They knew the false statements were false. They knew that people were going to rely on those statements. Detrimental reliance. The fraud case here could not be more clear. The conspiracy could not be more clear, and the fraud's not clear. When you secret money around, and those money transactions are recordable, and then you deny the Congress, you are in contempt in Congress by not giving the Congress those 112 transactions, and instead you give them 5,000 blank pieces of paper that is supposed to be the discovery. That's contempt. This shows contempt. This not only shows a conspiracy, not only shows fraud, but it shows contempt. And they exponentiate the fraud by adding to the fact that we're going to send you 5,000 blank pieces of paper. When they say that I don't have enough, I didn't lose enough money, that doesn't matter. Sullivan had 13 shares of stock with SEC. And a pro se attorney in front of the Supreme Court. The precedent exists. A person, an individual of a class can come forward and sue a large government organization for misconduct, this was a conspiracy. So all the precedents are very clear. We maintained a secret agreement, secret server. Imran Wan was the safe cracker, but everyone else was the wheelman and the people who divvied up the money, the laundered the money, and so forth. It's just very clear. And the linkages are made by the banking transactions. So anyway, this is the response in opposition that I filed yesterday. I also refiled, as a part of that, which was a motion in opposition. I changed it. It should be response in opposition, so I did an errata for that. So to change that to response in opposition to the particular defendant's claim. Then I also motioned for electronic access as well, so that you can see that as well. So hopefully, now remember the motion that I submitted on now 9 days ago, still has not entered into the system. Again, I have no chance if the court clerk won't put my motions in. That's one of the reasons I filed yesterday, is because there's just not time to wait. This is of the essence. Time is of the essence here.